province is Afghanistan. He has a master's degree in international relations from Balochistan University in Pakistan and has worked for the Afghan Ministry of Foreign Affairs in both Pakistan and Afghanistan. Aseel came to the United States in 2021 after the Taliban took control of the country. Now he's settled in Missoula, Montana, and is working as a training coordinator for Present Aya Nutritional Labs. He is fluent in 5 languages: English, Urdu, Dari, Persian, and Pashto. So without further ado, Aseel, we're looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Laura. Appreciate, and I'm very happy that to be part of the story night today. So yeah, that a very chaotic situation happened in Afghanistan. So I was also part of them. Uh, it was 12th of August 2021 when the news started circulating in the media that the Taliban were capturing the far located provinces in Afghanistan. This time, they started from the north of Afghanistan, which was against the Taliban tactics that have much influence in the south and southeast part of Afghanistan. I was thinking that it might be a government political deal based on Doha Agreement, and they might hand over some of the provinces to the Taliban that will give him a chance to start political dialogue for the peace and stability in the country. But the anticipation was wrong. 3 days later, the Taliban took control of the whole country. This was the time that my journey started, and I made my plan to get out of the country. We were blamed for working for the government and indirectly assisting the international coalition forces in Afghanistan. I kept hiding myself in my relative houses and waiting for my plane to make a way to get me into the airport. The airport situation was very chaotic. So it was not easy to get into the airport. So all the government employees and those who work with the international forces were trying to escape and get into the airport to save at least their own lives. It was a very chaotic situation. There was ear shooting from the international and Afghan special forces to frighten and scatter the people who crowded in the airport. No one was listening to the shooting, and they were ready to get into the airport at any cost, even if they lost their life too. Luckily, I got in contact and located the special forces personnel who had my information and helped me to get into the airport. I'm still very grateful to those guys who helped me in the evacuation process. I am in contact with them, but because of the distance we have by living in different states, I couldn't make it over to meet him. And I'm wishing to meet him. I hope meet him one day and say thank you for all that he did for me and my family. I, along with my family, got into the plane after the biometric process, and after traveling around 4 hours, the plane landed in Doha, Qatar. The hot weather of the Qatar was burning our faces. It was a very tough situation in my life. The arrangement for evacuees were very bad. There was no proper cooling system, and our kids were screaming because the weather was too hot. It was a temporary station for the evacuees, and after a short stay of a week, we went through a biometric process, and then they sent us to Germany. This time, the situation was better than Qatar, but still we were surrounded by fence. The food problem was the same, and we couldn't find Afghan cuisine. We spent around a month and a half in Germany, and then we moved to the United States. We were really happy that eventually we got to the United States. We were stationed this time in Virginia military base, where they did all our health screening and biometrics. The arrangements were very good, and we got the opportunity to do some exercise and have fun with our friends. In the military base, I started to keep busy and took some online IT classes on my mobile phone. I didn't do my assignments because I didn't have any access to a computer. I was searching for life and opportunities in the United States. After 3 months, I was placed in Missoula, Montana. It was January 19, and Missoula was covered by white snow. We were staying in a hotel. The housing problem was an issue for black families. The kids were getting bored in the hotel. if there were nothing to do for fun. The caseworker helped us get food and make our appointments. Eventually, we got a house after staying in a hotel for almost a month and a half. We were happy with our new house and ready to start our new life. We were welcomed by our neighbors. They welcomed us with flowers. They assured us of any kind of help and assistance if we needed it. I really appreciate my neighborhood. I got my job as a training coordinator with a nutritional company. My colleagues and leadership were behaving very well. I started working with community, helping our Afghan community by providing interpretation services. I'm an active member of the Muslim community. I also represent my Montana for Refugee Congress and work voluntarily with the refugee community. I'm very happy and stable in my life. I'm really happy to educate for refugees and to be a voice for the refugees. I'm participating in the events where they need me to talk about the refugees' life and the challenges that the refugees community are facing. We, as the refugees delegates, arrange meetings with the mayor office and the city council member where we educate for refugees and inform them for the problem of refugees. We also share the expertise of the skillful refugees who better serve the community. This was a short story of my journey, and thank you for the patience and thank you for the time, Laura. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Aseel. Again, we continue showing how our journey inspires us to help others and also change policy for the better. I think that's a theme throughout all the stories. I appreciate